What up, everybody? Prezz in the his house, and these are my top 5 reasons that people do not buy PCs to PC game. This is why a lot of people don't invest because of these top 5 reasons. And reason number 5 is they don't like to use mouse and keyboard, which comes to surprise me that so many console, mobile, and handheld gamers don't know that you can use a controller of your choice on the PC. On the PC, you can use Xbox One controller, Xbox 360 controller, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 controllers, wired, even wireless now. You can get the adapter or the dongle for the Xbox One controller, and you can Bluetooth the PlayStation 4 controller. And you can also buy a bunch of third-party controllers, and you have the option to use mouse and keyboard. We can use whatever we want. If you don't know and that's stopping you from buying a PC, I'm letting you know now that that is false. You do not have to use the mouse and keyboard. It's just that the mouse and keyboard is far more superior, especially when it comes to FPSs. There's no way for you to enter the PC FPS gaming community and win with the controller, believe me. The mouse has way more accuracy and precision. But that is the number 5 reason. Number 4, they are too expensive, says a lot of people. And on my last video, I talked about console, and I said that a better reason to own a console is because it's less expensive for casual gamers. So if you are a hardcore gamer and you don't own a PC, let me tell you this. In the long run, well, in the beginning, you're gonna pay for a $400 console, right? Okay, so it's $400, and if you're a hardcore gamer, you're gonna get at least one game a month at the $60 price. 60 times 12 is like 720 or something like that. You know, it's somewhere around that number. I don't have a calculator, so I really don't know. So 6 times 12 is like 720. Let's say 720, give or take. 720 plus the initial $400 of the console. Add that together, right? It's 1,100 and something, right? You know, then you have the PC. If you want like a medium high-end PC, that sounds weird, right? Medium high-end. I'm gonna say like a i5 and a GTX 970 is pretty high-end. If you're gonna get a build off of that with some other cheaper accessories like hard drives and stuff like that, cheap hard drives, you're gonna spend like $800. And then you're gonna spend on an average of like $30 per game. Let's say you spend $30 a month for 12 months. That's like $360. Plus your $800 rig, which is what? $1,100 and something dollars. About the same price, $1,100 and something dollars. So at the end of the year, you have already been caught up to as far as expense by people who hardcore gamers with the console. And then you're gonna they're gonna surpass you in expense. You know, so it's going to end up being the more expensive system. Right now, there's games on Steam for like $7, AAA title, AAA budgets. Even if you went back to buy games and they went back, they're still paying like $40 for old titles. You can go back and get them for like $10. So in the long run, they're going to lose out. And that is that. So in the long run, PCs are less expensive, even when it comes to a new console generation. Let's say a new console generation comes around. The next console generation is not going to be no less than $600 to $800 for the console. If you want to upgrade to be in that generation, you're probably just going to have to buy a GTX 1080 or a Titan X or something to be in that generation. Probably not even that, a 980 Ti to be in that generation, you know? And that's going to cost about maybe a little less than what their new console is going to cost. By that time, definitely less. So to keep up with their generation, it's nothing. Okay, that was my number 4 reason. My number 3 reason is I hear a lot of people saying that they don't like the selection of games on the PC, and that's why they don't own one. Well, those same people that say that end up playing games like Call of Duty a lot. Call of Duty and Battlefield and games that are completely cross-platform. So if you're saying that you don't like the selection of games, don't be the guy who owns only cross-platform games because those games are also on PC, and a lot more titles are coming to PC these days. Don't forget, we have the Xbox situation where every exclusive they have is coming to Windows 10. So we're gonna have all their exclusives. So if you own an Xbox, there's definitely no reason for you to invest in a PC if you're thinking about getting an Xbox, that is. So I can see PlayStation, you're not gonna get their exclusives anytime soon unless you own a PS4. But the Xbox One, you can get their exclusives on the PC or Windows 10 specifically. Windows 10 PCs. And if you have Windows 7, Windows 10 was a free update. I don't know if it still is or what. And man, the PC has a wide variety of games. We have the biggest selection of games, not all AAA, but we have like the indie community on lock. You go on Steam, you'll be overwhelmed with the amount of games that there are available. You know, it's in how cheap the prices are. Again, I had to reiterate. But yeah, so I hope you're not that guy who's playing cross-platform games talking like there's no games on the PC when those games you play are definitely on the PC. And this year is a great year for PC, so it's the best time to invest. Our games are coming out left and right. And that was my number 3 reason. My number 2 reason. It's kind of like the number 3 reason. There's not enough games. And seriously, that was not an accurate statement. I was reading this all through forums saying that there's not enough games on PC. Now that is a complete understatement. PC is jam-packed with games. Like I said, if you go on Steam, you will be overwhelmed with the amount of games. High quality, low quality, everything. And then now we have the Xbox again. For the 3rd time I have to mention this, just to let you know. Now we have Xbox games, Xbox One exclusives. The only thing we don't have is PS4 games. So if you want Uncharted, you're gonna have to go over there. Sorry, but everything else we own, we have it. Everything's coming out on the PC. There's no reason for you not to get a PC. And we have way more games, way more indie games. Then we have modding. Modding is a big thing. It changes your games. There's whole games made from mods of a game. We always have games being developed and games being modded to just be greater than what they were before. Okay, that brings me to my number 1 reason. My number 1 reason is that it's too complicated. I mean, I can see why people say that. There's obviously more complications when it comes to PC than there is with a console, but it's only complicated because you lack the knowledge. Me, I know exactly what's going on and why things aren't working. So to me, it isn't complicated. You know, once you learn your PC and just understand how a PC works, the complication disappears. You still might have little complicated things, but PC does so many things. It doesn't just game. I know your system probably does more things too nowadays, but PC has unlimited amounts of things. Whatever the console can do, the PC can do better. You know, and it takes some complicated situations for it to even be that great. Yeah, so don't worry about the complication. Just get to know a PC and realize that just learn your craft. Just learn the system. You become one with it. You become one with the PC master race. And that is all I got for you guys today. Those were my top 5 reasons people do not purchase or PC, or they do not want to get into PC gaming. But you know, hopefully the reasons I gave you changed your mind and you might want to go test the waters a little bit. If not, then that's okay. You can stay with console gaming. I can't knock you for that. So sometimes people just don't want to try new things or give things a chance because they're fanboys. But that is all right. So guys, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe or hit the like button if you so choose. And remember, when in doubt, press X.